Hey everyone, it's Mizuki Arts. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a fun little impromptu video. I'm going to be testing out the new COPIC ACRYLIC markers, or Acrya? I think it's Acrya. I think I said Acryo by mistake and I just made that up. These were kindly sent to me by COPIC as a part of their testing campaign. You can go to their official Instagram and see it and see that they were selecting people for it. But anyways, I am so excited to try these out. So let's just get this bubble wrap off real quick. Let's just get a closer look at this packaging. Oh my gosh. So this isn't even out yet in the US, which is really, really cool. I feel so special. Okay, so we have a really nice color selection here. We've got mustard yellow, pansy, dark rose, red bean, peacock green, and indigo blue. Oh, very cute, very cute. I'm so excited, guys. I cannot wait. We are going to have some fun today. Okay, so looking at this, it looks like, just like with most acrylic markers, you have to shake it and then press the nib. It also says shake while with cap securely closed here. So we're gonna do that really quick. I have my scrap of paper ready. And our first victim is peacock green. Ooh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Whee. Oh, I can tell this is gonna be fun. Oh my gosh. I love acrylic markers, guys. So now we just have to do that with all of the rest of them. I kind of like to see how these markers lay on top of each other. Not everything's dry, so I'm going to be careful where I put the marker. But we're going to try to layer this yellow over this blue. It would be really impressive if it was opaque, but we'll see what happens, right? Okay, that is really impressive. I mean, it's Copic, so I can't be surprised, but oh my gosh. Maybe that wasn't enough of a challenge. Let's try over this nice dark indigo blue. We'll give that a second to dry and then we'll try the yellow over it again. I am pretty gosh darn pleased with that. I didn't give it super long to dry or anything, probably about 15-20 seconds. And that looks pretty good. I think it would be even better if I had given it longer to dry. Oh my gosh. I'm very excited to play around with these guys. I hope that's coming across well. Okay, so I think a good project to test these out would be to use them to create some collage pieces. So I think I want to make some flowers or something, and then I'll cut them out and I'll do a little painting and I'll involve these markers too. I think it'll be a lot of fun. If you've been on my channel for roughly a year now, or within the past year I should say, you should know probably that I do enjoy acrylic markers. They're quite fun. I've used them to decorate the covers of my sketchbook. I've used them to fix paintings that I might otherwise have abandoned or considered to be just failures. I really enjoy working with them. And drawing with them like this was a lot of fun too. The COPIC ACRYLIC markers are a little bit different than the other ones that I've tested out, which are the Arctic's acrylic markers. The Arctic's acrylic markers have brush tips, at least these sets that I've reviewed on YouTube. And this COPIC ACRYLIC line features bullet nibs. I do like the bullet nib, however, it feels less like painting and more like drawing. I'm so sorry if you guys can hear my dog barking in the background. But anyways, those first flowers were just kind of an experiment to warm up and play with colors. And then I decided to make some little yellow mushrooms like you saw. And then I thought, what if I use these markers as a line art tool? So I used the red bean marker to create these cool leaves with little dewdrops on them. And then I went in with my watercolors and went over them. And of course, since they're acrylic markers, they're waterproof. They don't move or fade at all, which is really great. And yeah, it made for a really effective like alternative line art tool. And something worth noting is that I never would think to use like an acrylic paint marker that had a brush nib on it for line art, simply because the type of art that I do, personally, like I need my line art to be very precise and stable, and a brush tip is great, you know, for a lot of line weight variation and everything, but a bullet nib is great for consistency and allows for precision. So yeah, these Copic acrylils were really great for that. And now I'm just going to be doing a quick little gouache illustration and then incorporating the pieces that I made. So yeah, this illustration had been sitting in my sketchbook for a little while before I finally figured out like what direction I wanted to take her in. She was looking pretty boring and soulless for quite a while. For those of you who don't know, I collage my illustrations. Like, I will paint the character and background pieces separate, with maybe some other little details thrown in. So if this page looks a little strange with, you know, this fairy in the middle and then like a weird rock and patch of grass up in the top right corner, don't worry, it is a little weird, but you'll see we're gonna cut it up and put it together. And you'll also see I didn't even end up using the rock and grass formation. I actually ended up saving that for a future illustration. Hopefully I'll record that one for YouTube and you'll get like the full circle effect. I absolutely love that about collage, is that any piece that I don't end up using or liking, I can just save for a future project. So I think it would be really cool if I ended up using that rock in a future video. Yeah. But anyways, as I was working on this, I tried to think pretty actively about which colors I should include on my fairy so that the whole piece would look cohesive without taking away from like the collaged on elements. So I ended up giving her like a mostly lilac color scheme and like blonde hair. I gave her like a dark lipstick color just because I thought that would be kind of interesting, because again, the reason this piece kind of sat around for a while in my sketchbook was because I thought she looked pretty boring. So I thought, you know, why not bring a little interest to her makeup and her overall look. I think the lilac was a really smart move because it goes well with that shade of green that I used on the leaves, as well as the like creamy yellow color of the mushrooms. And I also had a like deep purple shimmery ink I wanted to use on like the background piece, which you'll see later. I love that ink so much. It's from Ferris Wheel Press, and you'll see, but it's quite impressive looking, so I am very excited to show off the final piece and all. And for the wings, I tried to make it look like this nice natural gradient between like a green and like that lavender color, kind of like, you know, like at the base of a flower there's sometimes like some purples mixed in with the green, you know, like where I don't know flower anatomy. You have to trust me or look at some like purple flowers to know what I'm talking about. But yeah, and for some reason I included the footage of painting the rock, even though, you know, I didn't use it in this piece. The continuity errors in collage or created by my current collage technique are truly priceless, and you guys will just have to enjoy them instead of you know, considering them continuity errors. Don't worry guys, it's just the joy of collage. It's perfectly on purpose, totally 100%. But anyways, I was finally done painting. I know that painting process was pretty quick, but you know, the point of the video was to show off the cool markers and not necessarily to have like a whole gouache painting process with in-depth thoughts behind it or anything, you know. Anyways, I used Mod Podge to glue everything down. I love how the leaves stand out from the background. I wish I had painted in some ground though for her to stand on or sit on, just because I think it would help like place her in a location, if that makes sense. But yeah, I glued down all those mushrooms, the leaves, the little flowers I think are a nice touch. I gave those purple line art just to, you know, bring purple into some other places in this illustration. I added some glitter glue, and then I went back in with one of the COPIC ACRYLIC markers and did some little sparkles. Yeah, I think that was a nice little touch to fill in some of the empty places. And look at that ink shimmer. I love that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I really like these markers. I'll share some final thoughts about everything in just a second, but yeah, let's just take a moment to appreciate how shiny this illustration turned out. I think she's really beautiful. She looks like she's in like a magical fairy garden, which is a quality I can really appreciate in a fairy illustration. Alright, that is it for this video, guys. I think these Copic acrylic markers are really great, especially as a line art tool, which is of course how I use them. I lined the flowers, I lined the leaves, I went over the ink with them to create these like sparkles. I used them here on the mushrooms. Yeah, I just think they're really great. They have a very steady ink flow, so I didn't feel like especially rushed when using them to line my like doodles and sketches and things. And since they have that bullet nib, they're very consistent, which works well for my art style. I think a brush tip would make line art with acrylic markers quite difficult. But yeah, I'm super happy with these and I'm definitely going to use them again. I do love how our fairy turned out, so be sure to let me know what you think of these markers down in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. There's a link down below if you want to follow me on Twitter or X and Instagram. And so yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye! Real quick before I end the video, I want to give a shout out to my Ko-fi supporters, so thank you so much to Ashley, Savvy, Tiffany, and Lilycorn. Your guys' support means the world to me and it allows me to keep making videos just like this one. If you would like to join my Ko-fi page, there will be a link in the description box below where you can get all these benefits and so much more. Thank you guys so much for your support, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!